will be called private, specialist, or sergeant. You will wear stripes on your sleeves, and beneath the ribbons on your chest will be the souls of the millions who came before. You will be an individual, but triumph as a team. You will learn the power of technology. Know strength, courage, compassion. You will win what must be won. Achieve what must be done. You will be all you can be. Be all that you can be. You will be a soldier. They are America's dreamers, builders, leaders. They are the future of America's companies and communities. They are students, teachers, mechanics, programmers.
But we're more.
We're more.
1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year.
We're the men and women of the U.S. Army Reserve.
We're proud of what we do.
And who we are.
As one of America's citizen soldiers, you will find adventure, forge new friendships, conquer new technologies that advance your career. You will train, you will learn, you will lead. And though you train part-time, you will experience a feeling of pride that's full-time. You will get a chance to do things you never imagined. You'll be a better citizen, a better soldier.
No matter where you are in your life,
The Reserve can help you do better in life.
Be all that you can be in the Army Reserve.
Hello, I'm Command Sergeant Major Brooks of the United States Army Recruiting Command. On behalf of all soldiers, past and present, welcome to our team. The Army is a proud organization that has a great history. From that frozen winter at Valley Forge, where our forefathers fought for liberty and freedom, to Gettysburg, across Europe, Korea, Vietnam, Persian Gulf, and Bosnia. The American soldier has always been there when needed. Now you are a part of that great tradition, and we're proud to welcome you to our team and call you a soldier. I'm sure the decision you made was not an easy one, but I'm confident that it was the right one. There are thousands of men and women who served our country and the Army well. Some great Americans who come to mind that you're familiar with are George Washington, Ulysses Grant, Sergeant York, the great Dwight Eisenhower, and General Colin Powell. These great Americans are examples of those who came before you and served with pride and honor. A study by Temple University compared the earnings of people who served in the military with those who had not. Information was collected on 9,000 high school graduates for up to 19 years after they graduated from high school. Two interesting pieces of data surfaced. One, former soldiers earn more money than non-veterans. And two, former soldiers did very well in their civilian careers, and this was due to the maturity and responsibility gained while serving this great country. In the Army, we expect you to be a professional. We give you responsibility for taking care of expensive equipment. For example, the M1 tank with computer technology, or an Apache helicopter with advanced avionics. We also give you the responsibility to lead, supervise, and train others. It can be said from this study that soldiers can get an edge on life. The Army is an organization full of pride and challenge. You chose to serve because of your desire to get an edge on life. Whether your decision was based on training, education benefits, adventure, or just plain old-fashioned love for our country, your decision was a good one that you and your family can take pride in. Our nation and our Army will forever be in your debt for the service that you will provide. To you and your family, allow me to say thanks, good luck, and God bless.
I'm from a town where things are as good as they come, and it's pictured in my mind just as clear as the midday sun. Now I'm out here in the darkness, and the rain is coming down. Never was like this in my hometown. My hometown is not like this, but that's all right with me. See, I'm out here for my hometown, 'cause freedom isn't free. We walk through the wind, we move through the rain, we ride the skies above to make this world a better place for the ones we love. And freedom, oh freedom, I gladly pay the price, 'cause you can't have your freedom without sacrifice. My hometown is not like this, but that's all right with me. See, I'm out here for my hometown, 'cause freedom isn't free.
I am an American soldier. I am a member of the United States Army, a protector of the greatest nation on earth.
You are my brother.
You are my brother.
Because I am proud of the uniform I wear.
You are strong.
You are not afraid.
Loyal to those under whom I serve.
You are my sister.
You are not afraid.
You're my
You
son.
are my grandson.
My granddaughter.
You are a leader.
You are my daughter.
You are brave.
You are brave.
Brave and full of courage.
Full of courage. You are a peacekeeper. You are the one I look up to.
You are the
Defender of democracy.
one I look up to.
When others run, you stand firm. When others cower,
You stand when others cower,
You stand tall.
You make me proud.
Make me proud.
You keep your promises. You keep us safe.
You keep freedom alive.
You are the heart and soul of my
You're my
country.
friend.
You are my friend.
You are my
You
protector.
are my protector.
You are perfect to me.
You are my hero.
My hero.
You are my hero.
Proud of my country and its flag. I will try to make the people of this nation proud of the service I represent, for I am an American soldier.
Since the first day you considered joining the Army, you've heard stories about basic training,
Perhaps from a family member who served 20 or 30 years ago.
or from a friend who's been in the Army for a year or two.
While the things people tell you may have been their experience with basic training in the past,
Like everything else, the Army changes. Yes, the Army still has drill sergeants who will transform you from a civilian into a soldier during your basic training.
yes, the training is physically rigorous.
And mentally challenging. And yes, if you are a male, you still have to get your hair cut.
But today, the emphasis of basic training is on building enthusiasm.
Confidence. And teamwork. When you arrive at your basic training location, you will spend about 3 days in a reception battalion.
Much of the time here will involve filling out the paperwork that will follow you throughout your Army career.
You will also get shots, receive uniforms, and get your identification tags and ID cards.
You will get a medical examination.
And be given an initial strength test.
When you're done with this initial processing, you will meet your drill sergeant.
The person who will guide your training for the next several weeks.
You will be introduced to barracks life.
Taught how to wear and care for your uniforms.
And how to store your uniforms and other gear.
You will have classes on what it means to be a soldier in the United States Army.
And on other subjects, such as military law.
But it's not all classrooms and lectures by any means. You start learning basic soldiering skills from the very first week of your training.
You will learn the Manual of Armed Movements for the M16A2 rifle.
And how to care for and maintain your rifle.
You will be taught basic first aid. And how to protect yourself from a biological or chemical attack.
There will be classes in map reading, using a compass, and using military radios.
All soldiers are taught how to use a bayonet, and male and female soldiers train together throughout basic training.
After just 2 or 3 weeks, your platoon will be ready to tackle its first confidence course.
One of the most important parts of your training will be basic rifle marksmanship with your M16 rifle.
You will fire at both stationary and pop-up targets at ranges from 50 meters to 300 meters. In addition to the training from your drill sergeant,
the Army has a computerized training aid and other high-tech training devices to help you shoot accurately.
Aim and fire.
When you qualify with your M16, you will be awarded your marksmanship badge.
Good job. Thank you, sir.
You will do physical training every day, alternating between exercises to build muscle strength and cardiorespiratory training.
You will fire an M60 machine gun, a grenade launcher, and a light soldier-fired anti-tank weapon.
After sufficient practice, you will throw live hand grenades and have the opportunity to qualify for another badge on the grenade range.
You will have a class on Claymore anti-personnel mines.
Be taught individual fire movements, cover and concealment,
and how to move and cover other members of your team as they move.
You will go through a night infiltration course,
where machine guns will fire over your head and explosions will go off nearby.
On this and all of the other ranges, safety is always the primary consideration.
You will clean your weapon often and have frequent inspections.
Toward the end of your basic training, your platoon will go through a challenging confidence obstacle course.
You will be tested on the many skills you have learned, such as first aid and battle sighting your weapon.
Before you graduate, your platoon will go on a 3-day, 2-night field training exercise that begins with a 10-kilometer road march carrying all your equipment.
During the exercise, you will use all of the skills you have learned and work together as a unit to accomplish many demanding tasks and solve a wide range of difficult and challenging problems.
You may find that Army basic training is the greatest challenge you have yet faced in life.
But the rewards are substantial and satisfying. The hard work you have done and the many things you have accomplished will fill you with pride on graduation day.
Your parents, relatives, and friends are invited to your graduation.
To see firsthand that you have earned one of the most respected titles in the world, a soldier in the United States Army.
I come here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday because I love working out. Having this place so close to where I live and work is really great. Working out gives me a jump start on my day. It makes me feel really good.
My morning starts off with PT, which is physical training. After that's over with, I head over reporting to my platoon sergeant so that I can get my instructions for the day. After that, we head down the motor pool, and that's where we go to perform maintenance on my sweetheart. This is my sweetheart. She's 68 tons and she's got a 1,500 horsepower engine. It's my job to make sure that she's in top running condition. In order to do this, I have to do some simple track maintenance, such as making sure that all the wedge bolts are here, all the center guides are here, and there's no end connectors missing or cracks in the road wheels. In the battlefield, this is where this kind of maintenance will really count.
This is where I work. First thing I do in the morning is I pick up the reports from the night before and I check them over. Usually the kind of errors I run into are programming errors. It is my job to hunt them out, wherever they are, and correct them. It's really challenging, and you're never doing the same thing twice, so it's never boring.
Okay, thanks. Don't forget about this weekend.
Okay, okay.
All right. This is where I work, here in the finance office. Thank you. We're here for a few minutes in the morning, then we're off to the replacement center to help him process new soldiers. While we're over there, we're helping those soldiers fill out travel vouchers so they can get settled in financially here in Hawaii.
This M1A1 heavy armor tank will cruise at 45 miles per hour. When you're behind these twist grip throttles of 1,500 horsepower and 68 tons, it's like nothing you've ever felt before. In the battlefield, this will get you where you need to go, and in a hurry.
Charts for the month and distribution reports come out of this office. I do computer analysis for these reports. Ever since I can remember, I've gotten really bored easily. All through school, at home, boyfriends, working at the same kinds of jobs for minimum wage. But here, I found a challenge, something to be proud of.
Good morning, everyone. Specialist Baskin here from the 125th Finance Battalion. We're here this morning to do your finance and processing briefing, okay? The briefing is going to cover two portions. The first portion is military pay. There's enough variety in the workday to keep things interesting. Like I said, I start the morning over at the Finance Center, then I spend an hour or so here. We get breaks during the day, like on any job. And my duty is helping people.
Yeah, 126, please. My work day starts when everyone else is having a second coffee break. You know, planning what they're going to be doing this evening when they go out. First thing I had this morning was a class on handling DUIs. After that was equipment inspection. And now it's time to inspect the patrols.
This is the fun way we get our exercise.
1, 2, 3, basic right. Up! Up, down, down.
2 afternoons a week. This is where I come to do step aerobics. I don't have far to go. Best of all, Veronica, a good friend of mine, always joins me.
Last one. Straddle left leg.
We work together, we play sports together, and in the evenings we go out together. And some of my friends, like Kim, will be my friends for a lifetime.
All right, Brian, you ready for a little one-on-one? Yeah, I feel like a winner today. You know, I really can't believe the good deal we got going. I want to get paid to work out an hour every day.
And the Army does more than that. It helps keep our body and minds in shape. It's simple. I just take 2 evening courses during the week. One is on public speaking.
This is speech day. Okay, let's see, who can we start with today? How about Cornelius? Would you like to start us out today?
And the other is on computer programming. You can pick up an Associate's of Arts degree if that's the path you choose to take.
Based on routine patrols, usually what we do, it's pretty easy. At nighttime, basically what we're looking for is defective equipment as far as headlights out, tail lights, and people swimming back and forth, possible DUIs, you know. This guy up here, for instance, it seems like it's going back and forth. Be a possible DUI, I'm gonna do a quick traffic stop on him. Now, Erwin, this is 20. Can I have a rolling 28, California, 497, Foxtrot, Romeo 0. Oh, there he goes. Erwin, this is 30. Can I get back up? I'm on 7th Street and Avenue B, heading northbound. Yeah, he's got to look pretty drunk. Let's see if we can corner him in here. Hopefully he takes a ride here, because if he does, got him. Yep, there he goes. It's a dead end. Yeah, this is what we're out here for, looking for, you know. This guy didn't have no intention of stopping. He was going to keep going. Only when he stopped, he ran into a dead end here. And he had no other way to go but to stop and go on foot. But, hey, we got him this time.
Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. Instead of annoying my neighbors at home by playing my country music and possibly get me thrown in jail, I can come up here on Fort Lewis in a nice sound room and play guitar, drums, whatever I please. I love country music, and when I'm not playing it, I'm dancing to it. But if you don't like country music, the club here on Post has something for everyone. R&B, rock, top 40, and much, much more. So no matter what it is that tickles your fancy, you've definitely got a choice.
Well, the dilemma of the morning is I've got 3 places to go. Veronica, you've met her. She wants me to go to the outlet center with her. You know, shop till you drop. Then there's another friend who's going to Las Vegas. That could be fun. My grandmother wants me to come visit her this weekend in Long Beach.
Oh, Kimberly, you look so great.
Been there, done that. Or on the other hand, I could just go to the outer limits and watch football.
On the weekends that I'm off, my wife and I love to get away, so I come here to get ideas at the travel agency on post. This weekend, I'm taking my wife skiing. On the weekends, I take full advantage of every opportunity. I leave today for the slopes, and you won't see me till Sunday.
Weekends, my friends and I like to check out new things on the island. This week, we decided to go snorkeling at Hanauma Bay.
All I can say about social life is that me and Rose met here on post over a year ago, and we became real good friends, and we fell in love, and we ended up getting married. And we arranged it where we could get our duty assignments together, so now we're stationed here at Irwin and for the next 2 to 3 years.
As you can see, I chose football. That's what I love about this place. The weekends are mine, and I can do whatever I want.
For a person coming out of high school, the Army is a great place to start a career.
Thank you, Mahalo. Have a wonderful time. Relax and hang loose.
That'd be a great place for a time off.
Hey, and there's leave time, too.
Holidays?
And listen to this. You can earn up to 30 days vacation.
It's a great place for getting to know yourself, who you are, what you can do, and what you can really accomplish.
I think I'm probably going to stay in and retire from the service. If not, if I decide to get out, I have a real good skill. So if I get out, it won't be so hard to find a job. But the way it looks like we're going to stay in and do our 20 years in service.
They came from Altoona, Pennsylvania, and Detroit, Michigan.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
From Portland, Chicago, and Hutchinson, Kansas.
I, Gabriel Candace, solemnly swear.
I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Against all enemies. They have come to places like this to pledge themselves to the nation.
And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States.
And this is for them and all the millions who came before.
Military justice. So help me God.
So help me God.
This is for the soldiers. For Private First Class Winston M. Roche. For Corporal Jesse E. Evans. For Private Smith, Barnes, and Baxter. This is for all the soldiers. For your hatred of war.